I'm just going to put it back.
Go fast because I don't have much.
What? Do you have the dissection, the thingies, the stick things, like the pens?
We have pens over there that you can use.
Okay, good. Because I'm like...
Okay. Wait. So you guys have all gotten to the part where you've opened them up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're opening them up, right? So I don't have to show you how to do that. Okay, so remember all the stuff that's covering all of the abdominal contents. That's the greater omentum. Okay, the lesser omentum is over here on the side of the stomach. See this little tiny? That's the lesser omentum. Okay, you guys are getting crazy with those cameras.
Okay.
Wait, did you want to hide?
Oh, I can see his cameras. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry. So lesser omentum. You guys have to do that. Okay. Yeah. There we go. Maybe I can't hear now. Okay. So I'm going to start from the top of the stomach and then work to the back. Okay. All right. So what we can see here is we know this diaphragm, right? Mm-hmm. So we got the diaphragm, and so see how where the tube that goes right through the diaphragm right there. So that's where the cardia and the cardiac sphincter's at. Okay? That's going to go down to the fundus of the stomach. So fundus, okay? Into the body of the stomach. And then when it starts to ascend towards the head, that's the antrum. Okay? So this is the greater curvature. Okay? And this would be the lesser curvature, the kind of the middle portion of the stomach. Okay? So it's going to come up to this little pinch area. What is that? The pyloric. Pyloric sphincter or the pylorus. Okay, so that's this little pinch right here. This little pinch. Okay. And then we're going to go down into the what?
Duodenum.
Duodenum. Okay, and I'm going to point this out because we can see it on the duodenum. So if we're looking for our pancreas, okay, so remember that's going to be underneath the stomach here. Alright, so see all this gray tissue right here? Tissue. And it actually goes down into the duodenum as well. That's all pancreatic tissue. That's all pancreas, okay? Alright, so we go down the duodenum and all of a sudden, look at it, now it starts to get a little squiggly, right? It's turning into the what? Jejunum, right? And what's all this web-like material? Mesentery. So we have the anti-mesenteric border and the regular mesenteric border. Then if you go through there, right, maybe you'll come across a lymph node. Right, so this big ball right here, big lymph node there.
Is that like a mesentery lymph node?
That's a mesentery lymph node, exactly.
The yellow.
That's just dye that got injected into my hepatic portal and ended up over here for some reason. So don't worry about those colors. And then all of a sudden our jejunum starts to straighten out, right? And we got this little straight-like portion. So this little guy right here is the ileum, okay? This little finger-like structure right here, cecum, okay? So this whole thing right here is the oleocecal junction.
This would have been so helpful for parasitology.
Okay. Oh, to be able to know what the structures look like, where the worms are?
Yeah.
But remember, on a horse, it's gigantic, right? On these guys and us, that's about as big as our cecum is, okay? Because this is all what? What is this? What's this?
Ascending and descending colon.
Ascending colon, so it's going towards the head, and then it's going across the body, transverse, and then it's descending. Descending colon is going to end down into the rectum, right, and then eventually out through the anus, right? You don't need to go in here and dissect anything out. You're ruining the whole urogenital system. So for your pictures, you can just kind of, the anus, you can multiple structures with just our little anus here. Okay, so anal sphincter, anus, and rectum. Okay? All right, so let's move right along. So remember, all the organs are going to be cushioned with a layer of fat, some more than others. And see, so that my kidney's underneath here. We wouldn't even be able to know he's a kidney because he's so surrounded by fat. Remember, it's going to cushion it so that when we run and we do active things, the organs aren't bouncing around. They're kind of held into place. That is the retroperitoneal fat. Okay, so you see there's lots of it, right? See all this stuff? Retroperitoneal fat. Same thing over here. Okay, so it's everywhere. All right, let's see what else we can see. So back to where our stomach's at.
Gallbladder.
Off to the side, this is our spleen. So spleen. And then liver, right? So all the different lobes of the liver. And we got our little gallbladder in here, this little diffuse guy, just to be inflated.
Okay.
Alright, so those of you guys in ClinPath, when we go through cholestasis, gallbladder and liver diseases, what happens is this is a common bile duct right here, okay? That gets blocked for some reason, and then we have what's called cholestasis. So we have a backup of bile, and the animal will be jaundiced. right? Have icteric types of plasma and serum. So this is a common bile duct. And then we have the big hepatic portal vein coming right from the liver. That's the big guy, right? So when we have animals that have portosystemic shunts, there's usually some sort of a shunt related to the hepatic portal vein in there. That's the hepatic portal vein. It may be yellow in your cat. If these were perfect model cats, they inject yellow dye in the hepatic portal, but obviously mine didn't get there, right? So yours might be yellow. Let's see what else we got. So see how this all looks slippery and shiny, right? So we have these really thin, shiny coverings that protect the tissue. This is called pleural. If it's on a non-organ tissue, like say right here, okay, and up here, in the ribs or rib lining, okay, that's parietal. So we have peritoneum and pleural. Okay, and then if it's on the organs, see the shiny parts in the organs? That's visceral. Yeah, so we have the shiny on here, the shiny in the lung, the shiny in the heart, the shiny on all this stuff, right? Any kind of an organ. Okay, let's work our way up here. So this is the lung parenchyma or the pulmonary parenchyma. Okay, that's another way to say lung, scientifically, right? And then this tongue, he's up here. Sticking out like this, right? So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to cut through the sternohiatus, break the ribs, just a little bit, but you don't want to ruin these vessels right here. These are going to be very, very important. Then you want to try to release the trachea so you get something that looks like mine. So down the back side of the trachea, see how there's like a little light? So this is the trachealis muscle, tracheal rings, trachea. And then on the other side of the trachea is the esophagus, right? So this is the esophagus, the little soft tube, okay? Then you're gonna you don't have to cut through your mandible.
Okay.
You don't have to do that. So if you want to, you can just take your scissors and basically go up, go inside here, cut underneath the tongue, and then pull them out. Okay, so you release it, okay? And then you're gonna have something that looks like this, all this tissue on here, okay? You want to take your scissors and you want to cut down that tissue so that you expose your epiglottis and your internal features here. Alright, so let's see what this looks like. So we have the epiglottis right here, right, and then the whole glottis is right here, going down into the larynx, okay? Pharynx is basically this whole thing, okay? And then we have 3 sets of cartilage, okay? So we have the very inner line, this is the arytenoid cartilage. And then we have the little U structure, that's the cricoid. And then we have this one, is the thyroid one, right? So that's going to lay right next against our thyroid gland, so we know that we're in that general location, we're going to be able to find a thyroid gland. That's that little P-like, or a little bean-like structure on that side, and on this side. Okay, so on both sides. What else we can see here is, so everybody can feel this little hard box right there? Voice box, right? So that's going to have the hyoid bones and the vocal cords. That's the larynx, okay, or voice box. You don't have to cut that open. This is perfectly acceptable, okay? This is the filiform papillae, so the rough part of the tongue. Okay? You see this soft palate is right here. Basically, you can see the soft palate back there as well. And then the nasopharynx hole is right up here. Okay, I think that's it. Any questions? You guys good?
Yep.
Okay. Did you say no?
Yeah, on accident.
Oh, okay. On accident.
I'm just glad we don't have to go over skeletal today.
My camera died. It's become. Are you gonna?